Hello, my name is Bamidele Ashebere, and my student number is 1906585. I'll be giving a presentation at the discharge planning meeting, Trigger 4, I had with my colleagues. The presentation will be based on 3 outlines. I'll first discuss my role, why I choose the role, and my contributions during the MDT meetings. I'll go on to reflect on this as well as my key learning on teamwork, accountability, and collaboration. Finally, I will identify lessons for the purpose of my career development. I would like to add that my analysis throughout this video is supported by evidence-based literature. I choose to be the occupational therapist due to my current work experience and interest in helping elderly people live a meaningful life by providing adaptation ideas in their new or existing residential homes. And as a systematic method review found, ensuring that adequate measures are put in place during discharge planning helps patients settle better in their new environment. This would also help ensure a functional dependency, particularly among the elderly patients, due to their complex health needs. So for this reason, we all must work together as a team to ensure we provide the best care package for our clients. A brief about the patient called Helene. She is a 65 years old woman who was initially diagnosed with schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and schizoaffective disorder. Over the last 30 years, she has been living with her sister who, although, would like that Ellen is discharged, but not to their home as according to her. Ellen relapses whenever she was home with her family. Based on this understanding, I ensured that during the meeting with other healthcare professionals, I presented different ideas for how our patient can find new home, adaptable, such as how to ensure easy mobility, prevention of falls, and medium of effective communication with her, among other activities of daily living. During the meeting, there were discussions about whether she was fit to be discharged under Section 117 or whether to keep her on the ward under Section 3 of Mental Health Act. Why some of us felt she was not due for discharge until at least 3 weeks. I, for one, felt since a new medication, aripiprazole, which is less sedative, is helping her engage better compared to our previous one, olanzapine. This is because the best time to discharge her so as to get used to the new environment. Even though I had a different opinion to others on the team, it was important to consider the importance of collaborative care because according to the framework, that collaborative practices allow the healthcare professionals to be respectful of each other's opinion, thereby increasing the cooperation in the team. And when these features are in place, the efficiency of the whole process is guaranteed, thereby leading to an improved quality of life and functional status of the patient. In fact, I am of the opinion that collaborative practices during discharge planning help a group of team overcome differences and get a meaningful point quickly. So, to collaborate on effective communication during our meetings, I adopted their ideas by ensuring that I gave others the time to receive, decode, and encode my ideas without any defensive and interruption from me. The use of this non-linear communication module helped us as a team to ensure the communicators hear each other's ideas and come to a conclusion on what might be the best practice for the patient. So we eventually concluded that the patient would be discharged to a supported home in the community, and there will be a review in the next 6 months to see how the antipsychotic and the recommended IM were helping her in the recovery journey. This conclusion was mainly based on the involvement of the opinion of the patient's carer, who agreed that the patient should be discharged to a safe environment, but not to their home, as the patient tends to relapse anytime she lived with her family. So it was important to consider this opinion because according to Mental Capacity Act, every decision-making process on behalf of a patient must be in their best interest and must always involve the patient or the carer. The patient should be the judge of patient-centered care. Subject to our conclusion on the theme, I will propose to offer the patient a weekly therapy session for the first 12 weeks, where the focus will be on different coping mechanisms and how to improve our communications as well as interaction with people around her. Also, there will be family therapy session where the patient's favorite activities will be carried out to bring back the positive times she has had with her family members. So, OTs, as described by the Royal College of Occupational Therapists, are there to help people live their best life, which would include their ability to complete their everyday task. So, therefore, I will provide an assessment of the selected accommodation and arrange adaptations that might be needed prior to discharge, and assess Ellen's functions to see if any advice, equipment, or support will be appropriate to her needs. I understand that to ensure a successful discharge, Ellen might need to remain on the ward during the new home assessment and adaptation, but this is not to mean staying another 3 weeks. Upon reflection, I found that my team was well coordinated through the MDT, as well as we all seems to understand the importance of drawing on each other's experts to be able to give a comprehensive support to Ellen. For example, the deliberations on the discharge plan could not be concluded instantly, so we decided to continue the conversation and deliberations via mobile group chat. And with these online conversations, several clarifications and confirmation were made until we all agreed on a unified conclusion that could only be possible due to the ability to have developed shared responsibility through adaptation of the MDT approach. Another lesson I learned is that there is an ability for us to speak up, and I have always thought our patient should be discharged even while there were deliberations to keep her on the ward for more weeks. However, I was so nervous and overwhelmed by other people's opinion, especially the nurse and the social worker, because I felt their opinion would matter the most. In insight, and now reading more about the critical role collaborative care plays in patient-centered care, I now have a better understanding that all healthcare professionals, including me as an occupational therapist, equally contribute to a patient's quality of care. The MDT on overall went well due to our ability to communicate effectively with one another. And through this exercise, I realized that the importance of effective coordination through collaborative care cannot be overemphasized. As coordination help keep a sense of shared responsibility and support the team to be adaptive and reactive to the patient's shifting needs. This is not only encourage an effective and timely, meaningful delivery, but it will also support my team to maintain patient-centered care for Ellen. It will also promote negotiated and collaborative sharing of responsibilities, because when team begins to fall apart, each professional will begin to revert to their discrete professional role, thereby creating a huge gap in the quality of care for patients, mostly leading to catastrophic outcomes. Likewise, any breakdown in communication among us would negatively impact the ability to provide the best service delivery to the patient. As pointed out, that poor communication during discharge plan leads to harm to the patient and poor delivery of services. These are the learning I am taking on as I progress into my nursing professional life, in order to ensure I give the best quality care needed by my patients. Thank you.